Emerson, Andy,
you know,
you be fine. Can yeah.
Madrid or match in there.
Yes, yes.
The La Liga and start over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then on the ball.
Yeah.
Transfers, no. Crystal Palace for some person keep Eze. And name Magway. Guys, don't so heard the Kekakon Eze especially. He's likely to leave. Inti. You ever heard Tottenham Hotspur team, no? Eze Kokanwa. They know I say the team the bay.
Yeah.
Newcastle United. I almost say almost is so many strikers you no one inti obey me idol baby they will still keep him. Rashmi Holland, what is the latest on him? David Simmons for Chelsea deal no at say look my deal no saying the city you know winning cement it be my Premier League team for the week. You better see between me discuss players are normal deserve a mention or my team and then players are at least almost team better their performance.
Okay, all right. And yes, I'm from Madrid. Madrid Osasuna 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Yanshe Mkakra.
You know, you would you be able to media my the first game will be a boy all season. You who Barcelona against Mallorca, you who Atletico Madrid or boy, and this is the new Xavi Alonso team of Real Madrid. Their favorite Estadio Santiago Bernabéu de España against Osasuna. Obie Shadebako Obie Bechene, how Xavi Alonso be set it up? Is he going to play his typical 3-5-2 or Obebo the 4-4-2 or Obeko the 4-3-3? Or by Real Madrid no. These are the systems I will try say obetimi abo just to favor certain players or who is someone the protagonist of the system and Beba system letting ya adwuma and all try and what watching the game na model no is centered around certain players or the preseason only into omene whether at the heart of the central midfield or so but three back no be middle of the trade obejina middle ada gule the new redondo of the side, the transitor, the player to control and conduct the midfield, and then Kylian Mbappe. These are the three protagonists of the Xavi Alonso system now or Babebono. Or more Bema system now execute on the field of play. No, these three guys are or working around them throughout the preseason. You know, so far Osasuna team now. Team now last season no more hard na or more and Alessio Sessi. Edu Omobeba Santiago Bernabéu. Bow the likes of Anti Budeme, Oka Leandro Catena, Oka Lucas Toro, Oka Kiki Bajai. Those are the guys. Oka Moi Gomez. Those are the guys. Omobabe Pim, Ewo Bernabéu, Amaniametimi Akuyi, Eddie Amomo. But so you, the pressure, the demand, the expectation of the Madrid team. And Tony was talking about Vini contract issue, Kylian Mbappe brilliant performance in the last preseason game on boy. Not just a Madrid, you're poised for action. And we already say, Sebasa che 3 deal, not the league the Babe started. Now also Babe ball first match at your favorite home grounds there. Madrid expects to beating your winning. And Xavi Alonso been issues going forward because said you a better and son and a plan. And near more person execute on the field of play let me out. The work also on is to make sure say Anti-Budeme last season or you're one of the top scorers in the Spanish La Liga. Or only player I also playing out so person team new Sasuna bo now team Bobonia. Or more those guys are me a best stubborn to say yeah, Maka within their team. But Budeme has been the face of their team and team never function up front. The final delivery never connected on in a game no dinner so. Inti backline of Den Heisen, Adam Militao, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alvaro Carreras, almost so Trent, any Alvaro Carreras, Dean Heisen, and Subenya, Omodebi in the La Liga. It is a Neosha Madrid backline on best starter. 3 out of them, almost first time, Omode Bebo, a Real Madrid game in the Spanish La Liga, no A&E. Inti ESA, Genoa. Emma a check a crown son of Metimia to Omwase and Mometimiabo. Medeta only one player obejinem because he say almost central defensive pair also come teaching about Meletao, Rudiger, and then Asensio. Who are 1 year who be an Ubelusu spot because Jen Heisen, Osha de Xavi Alonso Ayena, Wamiati says he's a starter, Alvaro Carreras, any competition bia from Frank Garcia, and then Danny Cavallal, Omubeni Kakra. So they obey fully fit to be part of the plan. Nti these are the guys omo be hold fort no e dey ama Real Madrid at the back line. But Sergio Osasuna ye team omo open up into no omo ba eya na ultimate ball ope. And Vini has a very good record against Osasuna. I'm tipping Real Madrid, says Sergio, omo be team a win this particular game.
All right.
Now, so ba transfers. Sergio transfers no okay ye start league ni say ya eya na transfers no nya de te say de ye start league na obi e push for eye players. So we Alexander Isak. Liverpool for now relax it because omo ni say boy na e push. Now be push it to certain level. Omo beti ase say pam no twa no nkomo ayedi ene ntoko ayede omo kunyina na fidi munya amane nko. Eno ni position na Liverpool for atake. Nti wonti omo nka say Isak push so obeko Liverpool ba wonti Liverpool for nka. Newcastle United nso nya omo de so ombe suspend no. Their reason is simple. Still omo market ni mu hwehwem. Omo nya number 9. Now we the last game omo boy against Aston Villa. Sergio na omo strike and come win esa match no. But Anthony Gordon the quality line no. To omo Harvey Barnes on the left, Anthony Langa on the right, and omo Anthony Gordon as a false 9. It won't hear game ni bia as the concert and Taramils omo as 2 center backs for Aston Villa omo to omo nya pressure bia. Unhu say no bia do be put that pressure on them. Until she time as the concert could a red card no because no omo ni striker bia no the back line for Aston Villa no fa omo hudi. It is do Newcastle for na market ni mo per striker. Omo nya bi say kukuro straight away omo be jai aba Isak akọ. But I'm surprised Newcastle are not looking up to Rasmus Hojlund. When Timmy make you Manchester United on a high volume scorer, but Sergio so per striker at least obi o Premier League experience there. I think so the 45 or 50 for Rasmus Hojlund for your team. I don't think say bad. O the Anthony Gordon Bobona idea or the Rasmus Hojlund bona. So I'm surprised Newcastle United for their search of a striker omo paying and omo consider Abranti friend Rasmus Hojlund.
Hojlund are prepared to go to Newcastle.
United for a moment away so omo team no omo fanin come Sunday game no omo ba against
boy in Newcastle.
Me chilema be say
okay.
Already Manchester United coach na mana ya we say the number 9 ho afi no eye Benjamin Sesko. Etiano no ya number 1. Number 2. Man United are offered to several teams. Inter Milan buy, AC Milan buy, Juve buy. Onye na address okọ. The reason they say ono the alternate no fight for the position. Good. Sergio Man you game omo born weekend against Arsenal. Squad ne buy na coach na yina free. Eto ono ane dey na address obekọ. But the team no ye no kire say omo hia no team nim.
Obekọ. Yeah. Oni baby oni bench o si bench o ko ni sit o 2 seasons the obetima ya no ayen oni fight bia fight. Ko. Ono pay matter say
kunyane mwemu doesn't say who position where now
to oni baby ate honum say scanning tie on don
ko but team all colonial.
Ano pay Napoli for so show interest because of a Lukaku situation. It looks like now we're headed towards AC Milan. And Napoli, Antonio Conte wants to be there, and I'm told Mark Tomini is also trying to get him to Napoli. Obeko,
okay.
It is Sergio. On one the only another so okọ, but the teams want him out. And the bad news for him is that board now new players never born on na Sergio. China na abedia tum say Man United player bi o ya attacker. Sergio onyin two set team no better na bench bia na no ball to hwe bia ono abitu ne hofo. Me sure say Garnacho tiatire no hwe ball a mbuo mo ni ku na be ball na no na ne kasa de obetwa so. Nti I'm saying that Newcastle should be looking at Rasmus Hojlund because if you look at the market, striker be na okofo. Premier League no ya sha say obi ceiling the strikers. Into who are the potential guys that you are going for? Unfortunately for Newcastle United, they will be playing the Champions League. Into a team for average squad be Ankunkuram. But let's see, that is the situation of Alexander Isak. Now, who share Crystal Palace 2 players, Maguire and then Eberechi Eze. Eze dia Sergio, only deal na kone nimpa. Na okone nima or Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal free racing because Arsenal situation here. Just almost tongue and son almost waiting yen bi. Na obi anko almost oba beton player. Inti amo mo dia na ba be yete. Inti Eze dia no likely to land Tottenham Hotspur instead of Arsenal. Now, team are your friend Crystal Palace, Europa League qualifies on Thursday. Now, no, I'm saying, come on, only 2 guys in the way. Offer Guay in so on. Liverpool were not happy with how Ibrahim Konate and Van Dijk born and born. So, I feel a Premier League in a bay thing. So, here the first games will be our boy and I. Obi and Fana Hongroso. Apart from Tottenham Hotspur, Omone Bailey, my fan say, yeah, for no. Liverpool struggled, Chelsea struggled. Man United, with all their play, they couldn't win. Arsenal will be an very good midfield. Omon dominate team FM Man United. No, you know they stay back. Manchester City are resounding victory in the first game against Wolverhampton. And you need a very good squad, an expansive one indeed, for you to compete. Until Liverpool for you're happy with how those 2 guys defended, Konate and Van Dijk. And looking at Gueye in Usadio, say crowded the 3 back line of Crystal Palace, no support the left side of the defense. Into a baby centrally, baby ultimate born kama. Into almost say a national team material, a starter for the 3 Lions, who say Nyane Babe Kanwa, Konate into Aka Krebina or Kwa, General Ebepua, into Magway, Crystal Palace, Liverpool. Abraham Kennedy or Pesoko, but Crystal Palace want to keep him. So also that Eze so Pesoko Tottenham Hotspur. And you look at the Tottenham Hotspur team on paper plus Eze in the team. Not just one team in Sedu. Almost two baby because offer Vicario, offer Pedro Porro, offer the expense alongside Destiny Odogi, Oka Mickey Van der Ven, Christian Romero, Midfield. Say Bisuma Kromu Jam Bisuma Quine. And I think Bissouma is another quality midfielder. I'm surprised the teams are not chasing him. Bissouma nye Bentako or Ben the last game. Omu wo Papi Matassa. Sajo na Eza Beka on Kudus Mohamed, Brent Johnson, solid Tottenham Hotspur team. Into Thomas Frank and Subenya options. In attack they have Richarlison, they have Dominic Solanke, they have Matthias Tel. Tomu Bebia Omunso Ebabitia. And I think the Eze inclusion comes in with a different profile. They are missing the services. James Madison profile no money bium. Player unyan to boasie drop beje ball not say the ball in collect right center or dribble at the right time or position himself at the right time. He shoot at the right time. He's played the back line at the right time. And general intelligence in the final third.
Okay.
Omun say Ezi in a bit me say Juman Eddie Amomo. Na ye ka Hoyland and then Napoli.
Hoyland asemno kra no Kofi Eddie we free and cry aba. Also has Andy Kerm considered Hoyland's wages before suggesting him to Newcastle. Maybe his wages don't match his goal returns. So Newcastle won't waste £50 million to sign Hoyland. What do you say?
You know,
yeah.
Transfer market na ye kono. Enye umode bonu usika, enye goals ni usika na eko. Pedro scored 10 goals for Brighton. He scored 5 penalties, 5 from open play. Chelsea decided it all. 50 million. It is about the selling club and the situation at hand.
Wages because currently United is looking for less than £40 million for Hoyland. Utie proposal Omudima AC Milan now. AC Milan is supposed to pay about $5 million as loan fee. Now say omotoa $40 million. In just say all the pounds you are talking about maybe something around £30 million sterling. But the Bema it be a Newcastle since Kasem no more ready a beya kwadana sika original. Newcastle and no more be here but still players how many of them they are above 100,000 now 150,000 into a thing say
a week.
Bruno Gamera is more than 100,000. Alexander Isak is 120,000 pounds.
So how many of them 150?
No, you know
Oiland uncle below 150 now if I say 200 grand.
Hoyland, you know,
or saying Man U.
No, I've not checked his salary.
Is it below 100?
No, only below 100. But Holland.
But so move so got this man.
Holland, you know, the other TV woman 120, no 120.
The other TV is 120.
Well, you know 120. A Bob and Abo. You know, we Bob and Abo. So check it.
And the girls had a calculation. This is the other TV is 120.
Let me analyze it. We bought Ben Abo.
Oh, no, who check my mirror? This is the Manchester United.
Rasmus Holland, Bob Ben Abo. The major highlight in football. Onishe. He is not a player with rich profile. He never scored double figures for Atlanta. Obama United said, "Yo, he played about 30 matches, scored 4 goals in the league last season. He's an average player. We are saying now,
still may pay the wages.
No, I agree. But you know, I'm saying that any more day money wages in there.
Your players be brave, baby. The homogeneous, difficult some better so. Some performance no cost no very difficult some better.
That's true, especially for the big clubs.
Yeah,
especially for the big clubs. And I think Chelsea and Man United and that same problem. Sterling let you you know winning to some better peso. Jadon Sancho, £180,000 for Chelsea. He says no. I said yo, Sancho Motibo and said
Holland is on 128.
Okay.
128.
Okay.
Until also the name of Newcastle, I'll be a problem.
Yeah.
Because Minya shows in Newcastle, Honum Krobiji 130.
Yes.
No, behind 130.
So what I say? Now Holland, ne performance no, and super behind on the come out. So they won't pay more than 120.
And then you show Napoli will pay. Napoli will even pay 100 to this guy. See, England will pay more.
Okay.
You know.
So I read this over to
even if you decide not to reduce the salary, England will pay more. Italy will not pay that.
Okay.
You know, Italy omuntu ya say can from now players na omu didi ska wo England baby no nko Italy omu kwaje say wo betu usika so because say jo wo dey hwe player England for pay player hwe bo no Donnarumma the moment out say PSG AJ Mama Man City aba ho I move am from 26 and 40 inti I'm looking at Napoli and then Newcastle United. Those teams who will be eligible to pay and pay well. And I think English clubs in terms of payment, you know, they'll be willing to pay more. Well, it was a suggestion. Now, I suggest it to Newcastle United. Say striker be na oko for. And if you look at the system, say you are starting league, you know, Obi you soon a player. One Visa almost Visa is a very good player. But if you clearly need a number 9 for your team, I don't think Visa with the real deal. Now, Sejo, okay, no problem. The last one, me hear Lukman. Lukman has 7 years, Sejo. Player in the last 2 seasons, why elevating the game to that level? Now, team my friend Atlanta say 45 million euros. Omunyai no money because Sejo, Skadisha. And I'm asking myself, you get 50. Any sika na Atlanta epe. And I intercede they offer 45. Said you, Lukman say English club na epe Lukman they will pay more than 70.
And the Amzemenya from the official source, they rather £85,000.
Rasmus. No, hold on. They say, asem na aba. Enkomona win renew kan ni bi na amba. Na man you per striker say your whole life. This is the way there. Enye bia.
All right.
Enti Lukman asem ne me ya say you. An African player while elevating the game to the elite level. Said go move to a grade A team. Nke no ano. But Atlanta, look at Kessben said that. But England, AJ training, you know, he's back in Italy. I was saying Baby Steady training. So sample Atlanta be was a joke. And come on, Pepe Javi Simons with the Nanka fan na Babeto. And no one can what ya. When you look more left side as a young Kenya Javi Simon, guy things mokra. But the English club will not go for him. It's just sad. So Atlanta be what you know, Bemia. We need some more Rodrigo Munez to replace him. Nanko Jana Monaco. But as it stands now, you see BBP Morata say deal there off, and yeah they say Inter Benimo. It's sad. Good player that deserve a grade 18, but unfortunately issues are Madrid and team and go through.
No striker in Chelsea at the moment can get Nicholas Jackson's numbers. He's just quiet because he knows what he's done. Remember Fernando Torres and Didier Drogba. None of the strikers will flourish. I know what my black people can do. Dr. Henry Kessa and anyway, so Abre and Anope. Newcastle has to go to Atletico Madrid for their second striker, Soloth. He's a top striker who is not happy sitting at the bench at Atletico Madrid. I'm surprised Newcastle haven't noticed him. The Kofidi Abba and so I don't know. My uncle the next one, also the free he and a buy. I'm Kojoli from Akoti. Kojoli. Is it Akoti or Akachi? I still don't know why Newcastle isn't considering Moise Keane. I think he'll be a better fit for the Premier League, looking at his physical attributes, and I think he will improve with his finishing than Rasmus Højlund. The Kojoli, the free Akoti, and so Abraham, and then Anopay, and I try Aguno. Aaron Yankwasa in grow, I say Liverpool should look beyond Isaac because Newcastle is reluctant to sell. Kumasi Santiago is training massively for the top 4. We'll dismantle Hearts of Oak again. Aaron Yankwasa Ahinkro. And Apejawi and so they are Bray. Mamfa we enter tournament called Dr. Franko Naro. Good morning, sir. I wish Osasuna all the best in today's match, even though it will be very difficult. They should make sure the match ends in a draw for we the Barca fans. Dr. Moses Agawina Manya, senior lecturer, the month for University Leicester, UK. Dr. Franko Naro.
General, and then officially, Papa, a friend Chabi Alonso, all started life at Bernabeu. After say Paris Saint-Germain, it can 4-0 award the Club World Cup, and our catch Ubia, including the boys in his season by Connection, a fake number starting new season. He's one guy people feel that is so extraordinary when it comes to the understanding of the game. Now, you have trainer Chabi Alonso ni baby of fire. Ibi aubetiasia. Managers and in a year during GD is he's extremely intelligent. Interestingly, Ubekaso is one of the few guys Omunya the unique opportunity to work with elite coaches. I be a Western BBF free omono. So when you have chance to work under Javier Clemente, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, and Carlo Ancelotti. Rafa Benitez. General, one person who was Juma under Javier Clemente, Rafa Benitez, Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti. In modern football, these are the la creme de la creme. At Leverkusen or Yawamwadea Franko, and interestingly, I know about 3-back. But at Real Madrid, that's what dumping a 3-back now. Or CT the template beto 4-3-3 na on person obesisa niema bibri Real Madrid now Andy can the back 4 no Madrid because so struggle with this back 4 thing for some 3 seasons. Madrid has been inconsistent with their back 4, usually due to injuries. And then the back 4 now, of course Obien him say Ipra Eddie Benjamin Mendy inya other players they prepare. So now you are going to see Alvaro Carreras, a former Man United academy boy from Benfica, and now he's going to get his debut. Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool also coming into the La Liga, also by the debut. Then Obeka about Dean Huijsen from Bournemouth, also by the debut. So back 4 no, Kamia said 3 different set of players and eba abinya honum. I think saying in Finfio there onya problem a familiar faces na Vavadi Chouameni and then Ada Gula. Now anymore in the absence of Jude Bellingham, you are expecting say Ibrahim Diaz, Ebeba Beka, Obiti say Mbappe and Vini Jr. I think say at Bernabeu against Osasuna there wouldn't be any excuse for Real Madrid, especially when Barcelona are starting a title defense, on a very bright note. Madrid should carry the 3 points. You know, Abrantia now Okoye Semenyo Sansem no. After their police for the Hunsem Bibria Babe Tubia. Na send you hear any TV sono. Sebe Oyubia or Tifril Chim. When you fee Makumaku Edrianai Ensun. Unire eniba. Ini onenema me eneti. Ewo social community houses in Ibi. You come community houses where UK now. Normally houses are subsidized. Abani Tiebi only be for any team. until has a brandy and not as a ubi at 47 or that's no mammy ete ifia about years can be the mom nasebo sati reach him 2 teams enko you be on shed any being trace of mosso and okoye seminyo answer me already Liverpool any a police no actually and yades or modern bidiagro and interestingly this 7 years racial abuse and has so much attention from everywhere in the world and I think says some level of seriousness is being attached to racism no and I'm so happy for it. In fact fans in won't be crying ye ne the police force sa branty we and sebi sa nyambra sem na nei aposi for asonimu na ehonsam eno no we no the free on ma England for na sha say do manuasi Victor Eucharist so
yeah
almost same fa Ferdinand say Man United for 80 year eno man ko ankofa na branty no Premier League no de keka ko
early days
yet bit by a flop it's early days yet it's early days yet. You see, game now, Arsenal, any Man United boy, you know, several strikers will fail to deliver. Because born and Casano, Arsenal for no man for United 18 Musao.
Yeah.
For Arsenal against Man United, you know what I'm saying? Arsenal caught 22 games against the top 6 teams in England. Yes. I'll be able to mention. So in recent times under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal nim big teams in the ball. So so we got 22 games against Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Man City, Tottenham Hotspur. Obian to mention 22 games. Emu 9 and a head draw. They can a win for Mikel Arteta and his boys. So ahead of this game, everybody felt that Arsenal, of course, were the favorite. But game there, of course, no. Arsenal for only defending more. It is a number 9, no, and the trend of the game. For Man United getting 61% against Arsenal is unusual, with some 22 shots. 80 early days yet. And Crofonia Butrema Hoyland. On one Casani carrier, since he left England, of course, Sporting, no, there has never been a game where he never had a shot. But for the first time in this game, he didn't get a single shot. This is the player watching 97 goals in 102 games. He's a prolific scorer. Don't tell me the Portuguese league in our form. He scored games against big teams in the Champions League. So I still believe that Jokeres is a good player. Omunya Butremano Ebefa. General, my final pick. Man United bomb players in the home common. Yes, Romo. Omunko. Jadon Sancho nse munu no need no. 250,000. Why the bet you say scan we am Brad Sancho? Ono so on scan so. Into person otenefi no scan.
Yeah.
Because o hwe o mo offer na ban kwa kam say Chelsea dey na dan ka best. Me sure say ko dwen hu ya ke Bianca United subsidize kakra krama no. Chelsea offered 150,000 pounds sterling a week.
No way.
Was in no way. Oji 250. And it is a common Macande de Bano. A Roma for the 80. Also, Mako Medimana
club with the
also, I'm going to do 100,000 pounds a week. Juve say 100,000 pounds a week, no, the mano. But sectors money in them. Nobody is going even up to 120. Yeah. Chelsea, the man was one preno. Team no so can we be Momema Becrum. What you say? Kunya Nebu Muni, Sancho Bebotni. So better if you know this kind of this idea. All
right, and also go against more.
Say it's a castle. Hey, Nanka. Me do baby, my dream say United and Tiomo asking price in the so. Say even 10 million often is why a bad business. On free wage bill, so. Then just because these guys will just Reganachu. What did you do with the number? You would the up till now, nobody is coming for him. Holland, it looks like at least. Baby, I could loan.
Lukaku Prano. I'm Napoli exploring an option of getting a striker. So I think no bet me a possible.
Okay.
Anthony, so
Newcastle quickly be ensure more salaries no 2025 2026 Bruno Gomes was £160,000 a week.
I see.
Wow. And Sana Yaba Anthony Gordon 150,000. Joelinton over 150,000. Alexander Isak 120,000. Kieran Trippier over 120,000. Sandro Tonali 120,000. Mataget over 100,000. Sven Botman over 90,000. Joe Willock over 80,000. And offense Harvey Barnes 80,000.
Not just the highest near 150.
Yes, that is almost
Anthony Gordon.
No, 160.
160.
The reasons in Bruno was supposed to leave. Omama nanko and almost had the captain Samano. The moment to Nikem. Ophelia Ban. The reason Bruno Diana course rini. Anthony Gordon, Anthony Gordon, Chelsea was after him. Tottenham was after him. Intina teams be breaches, And then the mom that now more says can we man. Joe Layton, I think upon all the players out there, on it's also renew the contract. Moving from a failed to deliver as number 9 or bar central midfield or renew the contract. Isaac is you free Sociedad they ban straight into an neighbor straight and who be set 3 pick player, English national team material, semi-final of the World Cup. No co ATM. And no cofa nearby. So no sick and a becoso. Today I'm on wage bill no. Bruno Marco money mache Isaac and Namatimia Chichi.
Okay. Into Hoyland. Obe Shahin was
Hoyland. Hoyland. You know Hoyland 80 to 100 who?
Okay.
Hoyland.
Manchester United lost to Arsenal, but I was much more satisfied with the way United played yesterday. Let Arsenal supporters understand that the league is between City and Liverpool. Arsenal is not a league contenders. Watching you live from EcoBank, Cameroon. Wow. Fred, EcoBank, Cameroon.
I heard you from this angle.
Yeah.
Arsenal and Man United born. And Uncle Arsenal Freeman as history.
History.
Because Uncle underrating Man United, sir, but born United born no. Umitmashi teams be brave. And for Arsenal to survive and get 3 points, I think they did well.
Yes.
And it's a sign of a team that is team mini business. And go for any that 1-0 na Arsenal nya we share born United boy and still Arsenal losing no far 3 points now. If you want to look at it from the positive perspective, it's a championship Arsenal the amount performance. So I call Old Trafford. Yeah, bona. So still the goalkeeper and the defenders defending so well side that but Anthony net to weird or the 3 points in the amount for say a nunti Arsenal to win the league.
The only way the only way obey Arsenal from your history. And that's Arsenal team on paper. Baby Etria. What also known to was I saw my team now.
History
and the mark of a good team. Even on a bad day, they still find way to get the result.
Performance Arsenal. Against Manchester City last season at Etihad. Almost 10 against 11.
Yes.
Man City 4-1.
Yes.
But still, we did well. It's the only problem. We did well.
Record ninye.
Why emphatic?
Ninye emphatic say Nairo ametra some time ago. And do nyame nyina balls ni nyansa simple. Na me abodu baby Arsenal.
Ani abodu baby.
That's near City. Ogini bi bia so Arsenal
it was still because of their history.
Yeah.
History ninye.
Yeah, history.
Ndi wo call machi anu akọ say enye yi.
Mama dream say o ma ben ho.
Afudi o ma
fa. O ma fa sana mimi hu no.
Oh, who shall send the wo?
Oh, say me do
the top 4 on the to first.
The top 5 no to first.
Okay, all right.
Me who say social media go be engage me say me of all people and no better confidence in us.
On mama on say sifomo.
You know, for this season I trust Ateta has garnered sufficient experience.
All right. This is Francis from Tema. Tell Andy Kerm that Hoyland scored 5 goals in the Champions League in his first season at Manchester United, making him the highest scorer for United. He's also scored 6 goals in the Europa League for United, making him the highest scorer again for United. He has scored 11 goals in Europe in 15 matches. Isn't this a good striker? Francis Tema in the Ebuza Assassin.
Francis, what fight? Why are you doing in Europe? League, I can't watch him. No, how many goals?